Hey everybody, it's Sandra here with The Clean and Simple Life, and as I mentioned earlier, we are here live making dinner. Tonight's dinner is our Pad Thai. Get in there. And our Pad Thai is one of the meal solutions that is being offered in our Stay Home, Stay Safe meal kit collection that is on promotion right now. And there's some information about that in the group, so do take a look in there. If you can't find it, just message me, I'll let you know. But one of the things that I definitely want to highlight about this Stay Home collection, and it's one of the things that I think is absolutely amazing and what makes Epicure one of the most amazing companies I've ever partnered with, is that in addition to giving people who purchase this either 30, 60, or 90 days worth of meals that you can prepare at home. You don't have to worry about going out. You can use a lot of the pantry staples that you already have at home. But Epicure is also donating one meal for every kit sold to either Food Banks Canada for any Canadian customers, or to Feeding America for all of my American friends. So for every meal kit sold, we are donating one meal to one of those two organizations, depending on where you are. And we found out on Saturday at our global conference that our amazing CEO, Amelia Warren, and her husband, Kyle, have also stepped up to the challenge and are personally donating 10 additional meals to those organizations. So either Food Banks Canada or Feeding America. And again, that is of their own personal generosity, which means for every kit sold, we will be feeding 11 families. That is absolutely amazing in these times where so many people are struggling to put food on their tables with everything that's going on for coronavirus. So that being said, let's make dinner. So Pad Thai. I've done a little bit of mise en place. Oh, Steve's got a question here.
Now, quick shout out to Riley, Melissa, and Caitlin, who are all watching.
Thank you, Steve, for letting me know. All right, Steve's my cameraman today. He's at home, so I'm making good use of the extra hands around here. So Steve's going to keep me posted and let me know who's watching. So hi to Riley, Melissa, and Caitlin.
And now Patricia.
And Patricia. Hi, everybody. Nice to see all of you guys virtually. If you have questions as we're going, please put them down in the comments. Steve will read them out for you, and I can answer them as we go along. That's one of the nice things about doing these live videos. I love it. So I've done a little bit of mise en place today, just to make it go a little bit faster. You certainly don't have to, but I didn't think that you guys wanted to watch me cut up vegetables and that kind of thing. So first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to take our seasoning packet, and I've boiled some water. We're going to add about 3/4 of a cup of water to this. And that's just going to reconstitute it all. And we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I'm using our 4-in-1 measuring spoon. This is one of my favorite gadgets. It has a tablespoon, a teaspoon, half a teaspoon, and a 1/4 teaspoon. You only need one gadget in your drawer. It's phenomenal. I use it on the boat all the time because I don't have a lot of space. So we're going to measure it a couple of teaspoons of soy sauce. Put that right in there. There we go. Give that a stir. And that's just going to sit there for a couple minutes and make itself into this really nice sauce that we're going to use in our Pad Thai. I like Pad Thai. I never used to like Pad Thai. This is kind of a new thing for me. And I know Pad Thai is something very popular, and a lot of people love ordering Pad Thai when you go out to the Thai restaurants and things like that. And that's fantastic. But you ever notice when you go to the restaurants, it's really expensive. And it's salty and you feel kind of crummy afterwards. That's the MSG and all the sodium and all the extra gunk, I like to call it, that's in those. So making this at home is super easy. It's super inexpensive. I will tell you what the per serving price is, but not right now because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the comments below. But it's not particularly expensive. And the other thing I love about doing pad thai at home, you can customize this how you want. I'm making shrimp tonight, so I had some nice shrimp. I just defrosted it, and I put a little bit of our SPG, that's salt, pepper, and garlic. I just seasoned it a little bit with that just before we're going to cook it up. But you could do chicken if you wanted to. If you want to make this vegetarian, go ahead and use tofu or tempeh. Really yummy as well. Use what you got on hand. You know, that's kind of one of the nice things about doing stuff at home. You just go with it. Work with what you got. So I pre-cut, my veggies. Now, a lot of us have our kids at home. My two boys are 18 and 15. So they're not actually home this week. They're with their dad. But a lot of us have our kids at home. This is a great time to get your kids into the kitchen and get them learning about food safety, learning about making meals. And you can use cooking as math class, as science class. It's fantastic. So, you know, the older kids, you can get them to cut up some of your veggies for you. Younger kids, get them to wash your veggies, get them to measure things out. Get everybody involved. What else, you know, they're home anyway, and you got to keep them entertained. You might as well put them to work, right? That's why we had kids. Get them to work. So, I'm using half a red bell pepper. I wanted to use a little bit of celery in mine, so I cut up a bit of celery, and I love mushrooms, so mushrooms are going into my pad thai as well. So let's head over to the pan, which I've got over here, and I've started heating it up a little bit. Let's turn that heat up. Now I'm going to use grapeseed oil. I like using grapeseed oil when I'm stir frying like this because it has a high smoking point. I would not suggest using olive oil. Olive oil has a really low smoking point, so probably not one of the better oils to use. If you've got vegetable oil at home or canola oil, absolutely perfect. Avocado oil would work too. I'm using what I got. Measure out about a tablespoon or two. I just kind of eyeballed it there.
It's like wok with Jan.
Walk with Jan, Steve. Yes, exactly. And I also love sesame oil in Asian dishes, so I'm just going to add a little bit. A word of warning with sesame oil, though, a little goes a long way. Don't use too much. Now, we can see this is smoking hot. So we're going to start off with our shrimp. This is going to splatter, so make sure if you got the kids helping you, be careful with this one. It's going to splatter because there's some water in here. So I know this. Woo, baby. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so we'll add those. And we're also going to add in our vegetables. So here we go. Toss them all in there. There we go. All right, just give that a nice toss here. God, it smells so good already, and I don't even have a whole lot of seasoning in here yet. It smells delicious. All right. So I'm going to let that go for a few minutes. And in the meantime, let's head back over here for a second. So we're going to add in, a couple of, we're going to beat a couple of eggs here. I got 2 eggs in one of our prep bowls. I use my prep bowls a lot when I'm cooking for my mise en place. I love them because they're a great size. They're 1 cup size altogether, right up to the rim. But one of the other things that I love about them is on the side here, and I don't know if you guys can kind of see that, but they're measured out. So we've got 3/4 cup, 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup, and then there's also metric measurements on the other side. So they are great to use as an alternate for a measuring cup as well. We're going to get that all ready and clean up a little bit as I go. I just try to get that. Just make sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, we're good. And then I've got some rice noodles here that we're going to add in that I pre-cooked. Rice noodles are so easy to cook. If anybody's ever made rice noodles, you know what I'm talking about. You heat up a pot of water, you put them in, 5-6 minutes later, they're good to go. So I did that earlier. I drained them, rinsed them all out nicely, and then coated them with a little bit of oil. So we're going to come back over here because I can smell this. All right, now got a bit of a stir. That is looking lovely. Now we're going to add these eggs in here. And we want them to set, obviously, but we don't want them to set as like an omelet. So toss that in there. And then let's get that going. There we go. Starting to look a bit like some pad thai, isn't it? Sit that there for a second. Oh, turn that back up. There we go. This is looking really good. Now, back to my noodles for a second. So, as I said, I made rice noodles because I happen to have rice noodles in the house. Right now, because, you know, we're trying not to go out as much. We're staying home, staying safe, trying to play by the rules. If you don't have rice noodles, don't stress about it. You know how I feel about getting all worked up about having the exact ingredients. I don't believe in that crap. So, if you don't have rice noodles at home, use whatever noodles you got. If you've got linguine noodles, if you've got fettuccine noodles, those will work. Spaghetti will work. Just any kind of noodle. Obviously, you know, rice noodles work great. If you've got chow mein noodles at home, you know those, they're kind of a yellowish color. They're the fresher ones that you can get. You can use those. That would work too. So don't worry too much about having the exact right noodles. It's all going to work. So we're going to add those in there. And I'm going to go grab my sauce. Bear with me a second. There we go. Yes, the noodles are in a clump. We'll sort that out in a second. Mm-hmm. There we go. Now you see how we let that sauce sit for a little bit, and it reconstituted all the herbs and spices over there. Now we're going to give that a good stir there. Look at that nice sauce. Everything's coming together. My shrimp are looking really good. They're not too overdone because, you know, shrimp is one of those things. You don't want to overcook the shrimp because then it gets hard and rubbery and kind of gross. So, you know, honestly, you could also throw the shrimp in after you've done the veggies if you prefer. That's okay. If you've got cooked shrimp, throw that in there too. If you were putting in cooked shrimp, what I would suggest is I would put that in at the very end. Because again, you don't want to overcook that shrimp, right? That's kind of gross. So put the shrimp in at the very end if you're using cooked shrimp, just to heat it through. So that, my friends, is just about dinner ready here. We are like moments away. The other thing I'm going to put in there, and you can come on back for a second, I'm going to just cut up a lime here using our Pro Chef knife. It's a ceramic blade. I love it. It goes in the dishwasher. It's so fantastic. We're going to juice that lime into there, and we're also going to add about 2 cups of bean sprouts into this. So let's head on back.
Quick shout out to Nazneen.
Oh, hey Nazneen, how are you? How is your son doing? He must be so busy. Nazneen's son is a doctor here in Toronto, and he does such amazing work, has done some fantastic things for marginalized people and for homelessness, and just absolutely amazing person. Not that that's any surprise, because his mom is a rock star too. So, hi Nazneen. And we're just going to use our citrus press and squeeze that lime into there. Love our citrus press. It does limes and lemons. So lemons obviously in the larger section. But this press is just fantastic. It's really hearty. It's cast. It goes in the dishwasher again because I hate washing dishes.
Oh, Jennifer's watching too.
Hi, Jennifer. Is that Jennifer who's at Reach Harbor, Jennifer?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Jennifer. Don't you wish the boat was in the water? Because you could smell this from our boat if it was in the water. And then you would be really jealous and asking to come over for dinner, wouldn't you? Uh-huh. If we can ever get boats in the water this summer, you can come for dinner. And there we have it. Look at that. There we go. Everything is all blended together, and that is going to be our Pad Thai. That's it. That is that easy. And look at this. With a little prep time, we were, 17 minutes?
15 minutes all said and done.
15 minutes, and dinner is ready.
Oh, Terry's watching too.
Hi, Terry. 15 minutes, dinner's ready. Like, seriously, does it get easier than that? I don't know. You tell me. Does this seem like it's difficult? The only thing, and you know what, and I'm a big believer in this, and I do this regardless, is do a little meal prep. So when you get your groceries, when you come home, take a little extra time and make sure you wash your veggies. Make sure things are put out in place. Figure out what you're doing and get the kids involved. Get them to help. Like, a lot of this stuff is not difficult, and there are things that kids at all ages can do to help with making dinner. It is a life skill that is so important. So I'm going to serve these up in some bowls. If you've got some chopped peanuts, you can throw some chopped peanuts on top of there if you like. You can squeeze a little extra lime on there. I'm going to put sriracha on mine because I like mine spicy. Up to you. And again, use what you got. Don't worry about not having rice noodles. Throw whatever noodles you got in there. You got green peppers instead of red? Okay, go with that. No peppers? Throw in different veggies. Throw in some snap peas in there. It really doesn't matter. So I will put in some information after I'm done eating about the 30, 60, 90-day stay-at-home meal collection. I'll also put some information about all the different items that we used in making dinner tonight. And I would love to see what you guys are making for dinner tonight.
And Jennifer's asking who is taping this.
Oh, that is Steve, the awesome cameraman today, who likens himself to perhaps a Martin Scorsese, but he's got a long way to go yet.
I'm a little more torn towards Francis Ford Coppola.
Or Francis Ford Coppola, I'm told, but we'll see how he does on the next video. Like this is a new thing. Oh my God. See what I mean? Yeah. I'm hoping he goes back to work soon. Anyway, do let me know what you guys are having for dinner. Thank you all so much for joining us to make dinner and for cooking live. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow for Taste Test Kitchen Tuesday. All right? Take care, everybody. Bye.